haven't posted anything in a few months, so I got 50 subscribers in 4 months of absolutely no activity. I am impressed. I am legendary. It's been about a year since I started Oh My God Cringe, and I am still a failing YouTube channel. I just want you guys to let that sink in. I'm committed. I'm still here. I did a video covering Amanda Todd and her experience being cyberbullied. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it before you listen to what I'm about to say. But in that video, I said I was going to discuss Nevada-chan and the Nth Rooms. And I never got around to that, and I kind of wanted to talk about why. I really loathe, despise crime channels, crime podcasts, stuff like that. There are some that do it fine. Like, they do a good job covering cases. But there's just way too many that are not respectful of the situations, the victims, and the families involved. And the last thing that I wanted was to be like that. And for me, it was just the fact that it was starting to feel like I was looking at it as a job. Even though to an extent it kind of is. Like, I'm a content creator. But I don't want to cross that line. I've always been interested in human trafficking and the P-word topic because they are things that have impacted my life personally. So it's deep for me, and I only believe in talking about things that you've genuinely put time into trying to understand and learn about. So you will not catch me talking about something passionately that I don't understand. So again, crime podcast, if I don't understand it, if I'm not positive about everything that I'm talking about, and I'm not being empathetic or sympathetic to the victims and the people, I could never do it. And the Nth Rooms and Nevada-chan are two topics that I've learned about in depth already. There are bad things everywhere, okay? Every country has its dark side. You know, Korea has a lot of blemishes. A lot. And it's all sugar-coated with K-pop and, like, K-drama and all that fun, pretty stuff. But even, like, the movie Parasite, right? Whether anyone wants to acknowledge that or not, that is the majority of Korea. People are in poverty. People are struggling. People are getting abused, and the perpetrators are getting away with it. There's a lot of bad to be said about South Korea, and nobody wants to talk about it. And that was the purpose of me wanting to bring up the Nth Rooms, but then, you know, it was just the opinions of the people around me that made me feel like, oh, maybe it's not as important as I thought. I believe, at least, that you should cover things that you understand. Okay, so I understand this topic, so I'm going to discuss it. If my sister, my friend, whoever you watching this, if you understand a topic better than I do, then you should cover it and educate me, because you've obviously put the work in. Doesn't mean I'm going to believe you. I'm going to go do my own research. But that's the thing. That's the conversation, man. The conversations need to happen. And maybe I'm just surrounded by really crappy people that are very demotivating, but I was put off of covering the Nth Room because I ended up starting to think to myself, well, how can I make this an interesting topic? And that was never the point. Just know that, you guys. I try to make very genuine content, stuff that matters to me, where I feel like I can actually help and make somewhat of a difference. The point I was trying to get across with discussing Nevada-chan was, isn't it so sad how people glamorize serial killers? Basically, is she killed a girl in her class. It was very brutal, and people decided to make this like a popular meme, but it was also like very real. Like, you know what, the Jeffrey Dahmer thing where people were like dressing up as him for Halloween? That's basically what happened with Nevada-chan, and people thought it was so cool. And in one of the pictures that people were using to tell the story, she was wearing a Nevada hoodie. It was like a Nevada University, something like that. So she was wearing this Nevada University hoodie in one of the pictures, and people were like, I want to be here for Halloween. I want to dress up as Nevada-chan. Let's cosplay Nevada-chan. And, you know, I'm saying it like that because I don't know her name. I researched this a long time ago. It's 4 months later. I forgot her name. My point is, it's gross that people take something so horrible and awful and turn it into a joke. And they idolize this person that did a gruesome, terrible thing to another human being. And it's like a worse version of crime podcasts where the podcasters are exploiting people's deceased relatives, but these people are like completely disrespecting the little girl that passed in this situation and mocking her family in the process. 100%, you don't think the parents of that little girl that lost her life aren't struggling and suffering with the fact that people are glamorizing their daughter's death? Because that's disgusting. And that's also another reason where I'm like, I didn't want to talk about it, because I don't want that to ever be the situation where anyone feels like I'm making fun of somebody that mattered to them who lost their lives. But I wasn't really at that point with Nevada Chan's story. I was still stuck on how was I going to cover the Nth Rooms. The Nth Rooms was basically a situation where basically there was a group chat on Telegram. And on Telegram, everything's untraceable, so it's not like an Instagram group chat. It's very much something that's hard for the authorities to really pinpoint anything, okay? And there were different levels. There's like $10, $20, $50, $100, $1,000 chat rooms with different prices, and you'd have to pay to get access to one of these chat rooms. So it goes from basic noodles at like $10 to more. There would be videos of like straight up rape and videos of like self-play, but it was forced, it was aggressive. So instead of using your fingers or like an object, you'd have to use a knife, a nail, a screwdriver. I can't even think, like, there were so many other things. That's just one example, right? So you'd have to shove things in your body that don't belong in your body, but they are in your body now. They would ask them to carve stuff into their skin. They'd have scars with people's usernames. And when you're young, you're naive and you don't fully understand the gravity of situations. I feel like I started a series that I couldn't end, and I just wanted you guys to know that morally, if I feel like something's wrong, I'm gonna say so, and I'm gonna feel badly. I have a very strong conscience. So, just wanted to put that out there. I never want to be in a position where I feel like I have to exploit people's stories. But there was no justice in that situation. And I know the amount of time that guy, I'll put it on the screen here. He was the one that was arrested, and he didn't get very much time for what he did. I guess if I can find what actually happened, I'll put it on the screen and you'll know, I guess. But if you're still here and you watched that whole video and you still support me, you're awesome. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. You're one of my amazing 300 subscribers. I don't know. I'm probably going to lose some after I post this, but you know what? I hit 300 like 5 times, so I will take it. Thank you. My next video will probably, don't take my word for this, but it'll probably be me reacting to disturbing anime because I promised it, and it sounds fun. It's just I need to make time to watch said anime and maybe even read the mangas, so I want to do multiple, so it's gonna take me a second. I'm also working on top of that, so anyway, thank you so much for supporting me. Yeah, bye.